They had knowledge of the ancient wisdoms, the ancient technologies. Moses learned many of these things from them. So years later, when God speaks to Moses and commands Moses to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt, Moses brought with him many of these secrets. In the book of Exodus, Moses frees the Israelites from enslavement and leads them out of Egypt. The Israelites were taken out into the wilderness of Sinai, and they came to Mount Sinai itself, and Moses went up the top of the mountain and he saw Yahweh in the form of an incredibly bright light. And during this time, God gives him the Ten Commandments. But what he also does is give him the instructions on how to make the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is described in the Bible as the sacred wooden box that would hold the Ten Commandments. It was also said to enable direct communication with God. Is it possible that Moses' education in Egypt influenced the construction of the Ark of the Covenant? A sacred vessel believed to be a communication device and possessing the same powers attributed to the obelisks. Curiously, within the ancient Egyptian temple of Seti in Abydos, there is a mural that depicts an object which, to some researchers, looks strikingly similar to the Ark of the Covenant, the so-called Osiris device. At the Temple of Seti at Abydos is a depiction of a very technological-looking apparatus. That is the Osiris device. Now, when we look at the platform, now,
1 minute, y'all. What's good, y'all? How you doing?
would appear between those two cherubim as blinding lights. We have elements here in connection with the obelisk. They too would seem to have had gold placed at their apexes.
What's up, Chantel?
And we also know the pyramids,
Whatever that means.
capstones made of gold.
Whatever chicken jockey
And
means.
gold
I
is
don't know what the fuck that even
incredible
means.
conductor of electricity.
Anyway, I appreciate the like.
So here we have the obelisk as perhaps electrical devices and also communication devices. And then you have the Ark of the
Just joined the
Covenant.
stream. Just
And they seem to
ending
have
my
the
life.
same function.
Shout out to Leo.
And you have to ask yourself,
Make sure if you guys are
could
trying
it be
to
the same
grow with me,
technology coming
make sure you
from
guys
the
follow,
Egyptian gods?
subscribe, and comment on the last live. That way I can follow you back
Was the
and follow
Ark of
me.
the Covenant a portable version?
I know what I'm doing. I've been going live. I've been doing this kind of stuff since
that provided
2018.
a direct
I got like
communication
14K
link
subs.
to other
So make sure y'all tap in.
beings.
If y'all trying to grow, make sure y'all tap in with me
Ancient
too.
astronaut theorists say yes,
I can
and
teach y'all a lot of
suggest
stuff.
that further evidence can be found in a place where tradition holds that the Ark of the Covenant has remained hidden for centuries. A place that also happens to be home to the largest collection of obelisks on Earth.
Hey, hold on. Wait for 5 seconds. Appreciate everybody for coming in. How old am I?
At Ideally, we believe that each of our clients is powerful. And it's our mission to channel the power of that
I'm
potential.
older than
We want
25.
to be there with you while your business grows like never before. Realize the power of your potential with iBailey.
Oh my God, she looks like a brat. Are you saying yes to the dress?
You look stunning. Wow.
This is my dress.
Appreciate the like. Oh, you're gonna have to go.
You find law and order in a town, all right. It's a little harder to find it.
It's just for only for people over 18.
State and finding this man. I can't trust nobody.
You gotta go.
I've come a long way to kill you. We agree.
Aksum, Ethiopia. This ancient city was once the heart of the kingdom of Aksum, a powerful empire that thrived for nearly 900 years, starting in the 1st century AD. It is also home to more than a dozen
Where the hell
ancient
am I?
obelisks.
Damn it.
What's curious about Aksum is the large number of obelisks that are there. It's a city of obelisks, practically a forest of obelisks.
Where the hell did I put my?
Perfectly smooth.
Damn.
These are almost like windows going up in level. One of them even has like a doorway carved on the bottom with the small handles carved out solid rock. The obelisks of Aksum were not topped with a pyramidion or carved from the Aswan quarry like those in Egypt. But they weren't equally as massive and were each made from a single stone. The largest obelisk that we know that was ever erected was not erected in Egypt, but in Aksum. There were over 100 obelisks at one time, and the biggest is a huge obelisk that weighed well over 1,000 tons. But why did the people of Aksum make so many obelisks? Could they have learned the secrets of the ancient Egyptians? According to some researchers, these obelisks may have been erected to indicate that Aksum has a profound connection to the heavens, a connection that may combine two ancient technologies, the obelisks and the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, the great mystery. Where is it? The Bible, of course, has its own traditions and teachings on this. But out of the Ethiopian culture, we have an alternate teaching, an alternate lesson about where is the Ark. They believe that the Ark of the Covenant is there residing with them. The mystery of what happened to the Ark of the Covenant began in 587 BC, when the Babylonians conquered Jerusalem and looted Solomon's temple, where the Ark had been housed for 350 years. After this event, the Ark of the Covenant disappears from the historical record. But curiously, there is also no record of the Babylonians having taken it. While there are many theories as to where the Ark went, one of the most prominent claims can be found in ancient Ethiopian history.
One version of the fate of the Ark of the Covenant
Gas.
is contained within
I
a
guess.
Ethiopian holy book known as the Kebra Nagas. It's a story involving King Solomon, who had the Ark, and his meeting with the Queen of Sheba. And it was said that they had a liaison.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
And that a son
Shout out to
was
John.
born
Everybody
to
follow
Queen
John
of
too.
Sheba by the name of Menelas. And
Could you
that
double tap the
eventually
screen for me, John?
traveled from his homeland of Ethiopia to visit his father Solomon in Israel.
According to the story, when Menelik left Israel, he and his men secretly took the ark with them back to Aksum. If both followers believe it still resides there today. Many believe, especially Ethiopian Orthodox Christians, that the Ark of the Covenant is in a small chapel called Our Lady Mary of Zion Church. And monks are there who guard this day and night on pain of death if they cannot leave the ground. So
Yeah, I gotta turn the heater off now.
Then his words, his mark saying, I will die before I leave this compound. Why are there so many obelisks in this place? At the very same place where the Ark of the Covenant is said to have been located. Is there a connection? Axum, at one time, was a center of power and prestige in the ancient world. It was the trading route between Persia and
Yes, sir, I do.
and so they were connected to other parts of the
I play it every stream.
And now you have the Ark of the
Yeah,
Covenant.
look, check this shit out. Look at that airflow. Holy shit. It's the gas. The gas. Had me up.
Which still mystify modern engineers, have been highly advanced tools of otherworldly technology. While the truth may remain hidden in the past, ancient astronaut viewers believe that today, obelisks may still provide a
I'm gonna follow you back. Make sure you comment. Go to my last stream, the one before this, and comment. That way I can go back and look at your videos. I like them too as well.
We have the brands we love.
So everybody that's in here, make sure you tap in, like, comment, and make sure you comment after the video is done. If you come in here after it's done, that way it's published, I can see it. I'll go and I'll like all your videos. No cap. For real, that shit is clear, straight. Y'all see? Hold on. Let's see if I can show y'all. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see it. Barely. Look at that shit. Oh, you could see it, bro. Look. That shit is. That airflow is ridiculous. That airflow is ridiculous.
To murder your own mother reflects a particularly callous and depraved murderer.
He was not my
Yeah, I
father.
put dab all over.
Once you hate someone, ridicule or you get caught.
He's just pure evil.
We are joined today by the FTTV boys. Say what's up.
That's why it looks like that.
I had to play meeting.
Excuse me.
Some bop in it.
He said elephant.
When the rug bends,
I took two on the shore.
bring the rug being free.
Everybody struggled out here. Hopefully we can recover from that.
I'm kind of glad that I've been finding all the stoners of YouTube like lately.
This is good as gold.
Yeah, I told you I'll be back. I just had to get my drink real quick.
Washington, D.C., December 6th, 1884. The final stone was placed at the top of the Washington
Oh, you back?
Monument.
I thought you were in here already.
Egyptian-style obelisk, dedicated to the first president of the United States, George Washington. The Washington Monument is considered the tallest obelisk in the world. It's 550
Oh, yeah.
feet tall. It's fascinating that the largest
It's like 90,
obelisk currently
like 90 plus,
exists
like
in
93.
Washington, D.C.
94. It depends. It doesn't always matter though.
Why? Because
Sometimes
worldwide,
the percentage don't even matter, bro.
fascination that goes back into deep antiquity about these standing stones.
But that sometimes it don't matter.
Egypt,
Like,
in New York City, Aksum,
let's see.
Ethiopia, all over the world, you have these obelisks, these markers that point to the sky.
See, like this one says 30% for this.
Approximately 2,000 years ago,
30%.
obelisks have been moved from their original locations
That don't really matter though.
to sites across
I have
the
some
world.
that are, I had one that was like 20,
Why?
22, and it was better.
There may be something
So that shit
more
don't matter.
magical at play, because I believe
I'm a heavy stoner. I've been smoking since I can remember. I was like 7 years old. So around that time, I actually got to experience the bunk weed, the brick weed, the sour. When Sour Diesel came out, I was here for all that. I got to see the weed change over time. Like, I don't know the struggle we went through back in the day. Even in my days, it was still bad. The weed was horrible.
That resonates with us. Well, number one is humanity's always
It just made me a good like
always reaching out to the stars.
a good person, a good person to take with you when it comes to going to get some bud.
Where we come from.
I know which one to get.
We don't realize that what we're probably doing is commemorating
Shout out to Hazel. Make sure y'all follow her.
extraterrestrial origins.
Make sure y'all double tap the screen too if you haven't.
The evidence is right in front of our eyes.
I'm good at this, boss. I don't.
Pointing to the stars. Why? Because
You're gonna get ripped off.
is where we came from.
You're gonna pay like
They put the reflecting pool.
anywhere between like 180 and like
This draws our eye into the heavens because we see the reflection of the stars.
from 120 to like 220 or 250 for a good ounce. That's nuts for a good ounce. Like, man, I'll get a good ounce for like their low quality ounces be like $100 or 130. So for like $100, I get me an ounce of some crazy shit.
All around the world because of our innate awareness of their profound power. While the original function of the
I can get my ounce for $100.
perhaps they now serve a new purpose. To stand as
If I go to the shop for $100,
between humanity
I go to the shop with the $100 I meant, my bad, I'm stoned. I'll only be able to get like 2 eighths, like 2 good eighths, and that's if I'm lucky, bro. The top shelf eighths are like $70, and then it'd be a big old stem, and just there's a lot of shit to complain about when you know what to look for when you've been smoking your smoke.
explodes over Mexico, mysteriously altering the environment of an entire region.
I could literally give me like a whole ounce of this for like probably like the same price. This is a half ounce. This and that wasn't even $50. Yeah, but the problem is that's trash bud though. You can get an ounce in Michigan for 40, but it's probably trash. That cheap is that's crazy.
That is being deliberately sent to work. If you're trying to think of a way for
If it's 40, that's it's gotta be. Yeah, I kind of figured.
a species, you couldn't think of a better way to do it than through a meteorite.
I can get for $40. I could get like a good quality.
In the universe, beyond it is the promise of truth.
You can get a good 7
It demands we question
7 grams for like $40
ever been
where I'm
told.
at.
The evidence
Well,
is
not from the
all
shop,
around us. The future is
but
right
from
before
you know.
our eyes. We are not alone. We have never been alone.
just gotta go out and meet people.
Just 35 miles southeast of the city of Flagstaff lies the Barron Crater, one of the largest and best preserved.
I'm not gonna lie though, like this, the only thing that's better about this, one thing that's better about this post that you don't have to worry about in the street is you don't gotta wait for them. You don't have to. You don't gotta. I mean, they don't. They don't take that long either. But if you really want it that bad, you can just go straight to the shop. You don't gotta wait for nobody. But if you're getting it from like a homie or like, I don't get it from a friend. I get it from a reliable resource. You know, a reliable source. I mean to say. So, but if it's from a friend, you know, you gotta wait for them to hit you back up. And then you gotta hope he has time after work. And then you gotta wait now you gotta wait to roll up until he's out of work. And you know bro's not gonna hit you up until he gets out of work and rolls his bud. So by the time you get your bud, so I've had a few times where like before I had this connection to where I would just go to the shop. Like man, I don't wanna wait for nobody. I ain't about to wait 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours.
This is only one of many examples of how asteroid impacts have caused massive devastation.
Especially if you got bread. If you got bread, you want it when you want it.
The world that we live in today.
Asteroids hitting the planet Earth affect everything.
For real, people. I hate when people are like, my sister's one of them. She'd be like, I can't get high, then I'm not gonna be able to function. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, how do you function with that? She used to be a big old stoner, but I don't know. That's cool for you, John, but I don't fuck with that shit. I'm OG when it comes to being like that with drugs and all that kind of shit. I'm old school. I don't fuck around. This is all I got.
While a major life-altering asteroid impact isn't known to have occurred on Earth.
A lot of people can't say that though. I ain't never tried it. I ain't never took no Xan. I ain't never took no Vicodin. I took a Norco for a tooth. I think I had a toothache one time. But I ain't never done no shit to get high like a fucking, you know. That shit's unattractive. Like I understand how for some people smoking cannabis could be, you know, unattractive for them. But like doing drugs and just seeing them like on any kind of downer is just it's what it is. It's called a downer to me. Hell no. That's one thing that you can't. That's one thing they say about me. That motherfucker he keeps it OG and never done no crazy shit. But everybody around me did though. When I was growing up, like we all kept the word to not do drugs. But then once we grew up, people started tweaking and doing coke and shit. I kind of just was the last one left. I kept my promise. I was like the last one. Everybody in school did drugs already. Everybody that I remember, now they do drugs already. They're in their like mid-20s, all fucking high off meth and high off fucking pills and. I mean, I do what you want to do, but that shit is not attractive though. You want somebody to be smart, somebody that's always on their toes. I don't even really drink, to be honest, like that. Cause I gotta be on point. I'd rather be on point than be sloppy. I'm different. I don't know.
Things like platinum. Platinum that is used in the electronics industry.
Meteorites are providing materials like iridium, quasi-nanocrystals that
I lose enough brain cells with the kush.
also gold. The meteorites
Yeah.
contain the surface gold. A lot of particularly the rare metals.
I went through that shit though. I seen all my cousin, and my uncle, my mom, so everybody did something. So I know the pain. That's why I don't fuck with it.
Rather than having formed naturally
trust is part of its evolution.
Although the evidence that cosmic impacts have been critical to sustaining life on Earth is
And I mean everything, like God, they used to be hitting in their neck, crazy shit between their toes. And I see some crazy shit. And I think that's what scared me. That's what made me only want to stick to Mary. Man, fuck all that shit.
April 27, 2000.
I mean, I drink once in a while, but like, it's not something I'll do like to get faded. I'll just do it just to get a little buzz. But after that, I'm done. Like, if I can't do something when it comes down to it, if I'm in the street and you're drunk, you know, you can't snap out of it and defend yourself or whoever, you know, then you're slipping. I'll drink to have a good time, you know. Get a little buzz, and that's it. Gotta be on toes. But the way that people drink is the way that I smoke. Like, people are like, damn, how you smoke like that? How do you drink like that? You just drank like 2 tall cans while I still got my one. 2, 3 tall cans while I got my one. Like, damn. But definitely I would smoke. I'm a heavyweight with drinking too, but I just rather not. Too much shit happens nowadays. You gotta be on point for real. Too much. Especially when you got a name and you make, you know, if you make music and you got a name, or even just having a name, period. It's dangerous. It's a little more dangerous.
Astronomers are now saying that these secret ingredients
Just a little bit.
were brought here through meteor.
And then you gotta take it in consideration too. The people are not all for you. People are not gonna be all for you. You know what I mean? They might be your friend, but they might have something going deep down inside behind your back. You know what I mean? And all it takes is a little bit of alcohol, and the truth come out how they feel. You know what I mean? And now somebody's dead, or now somebody. I mean, it's just I overthink. I analyze everything. You know what I mean?
Have coined a concept called panspermia. Panspermia essentially means
There's too many backdooring and too many weird shit going on. Too much. Too many people been dying and stupid shit.
are considered to be random. But if you say direct to panspermia, that means that extraterrestrial intelligences.
Shit, I want to live up in the hills that way nobody can find me. And just have like a person roll 100 of these for me, like a personal roller. Like, yeah, roll up like 200. Make sure you put the banana in there. Yeah. Anything else you need? Nah. I'm good.
That certain meteor strikes in Earth's system did not happen by chance, but were, in fact,
For real.
directed here by an extraterrestrial intelligence.
Like, what happened to Beto? Yeah. He moved?
I believe meteorites
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened to bro. The last thing I heard, bro don't even have Wi-Fi. He up in the hills somewhere.
Don't miss the bliss at your local grocery outlet.
Mhm.
We have the brands we love.
That's my goal right there.
You can't miss. And all at unbelievable prices.
And I like people. I do. I like company, but sometimes you need that little reminder of who you are. You know? Yeah, I like your smile too.
But it's going to be better than you've imagined. You're going to go out of here with more joy today. Sitting outside the gates looking in is not your destiny. You're going to come into a beautiful place.
Home is the anchor for our soul.
You need to post some more.
My name is Madonna Thornhurst Anne Hathaway, and I'm ready to answer
So many great guests and great stories, and some of my very favorite people. Say what now?
So I don't hear that every day. I left set and this poor girl came up and went, "Are you Jon Snow?" And I went, "What? You met Andrew before."
It's my dream.
This could be another party we've got a cake and we're all together. Show business is nothing. Join me on the Greg Richards channel for non-stop.
Man, my lighter dies.
You don't need to be a movie buff.
This will be like my second one, third one already.
You just need to love movies. Yeah, that's the best part of it. Cinnabon classics. We all have computer power greater than the computers that sent humans to the moon 50 years ago.
And this has been burning for 30 minutes already, cool.
The fact that people know UFOs are now being taken seriously by the
It's burning so slow.
is an army that has been mobilized, an army of UFO hunters, armed with cutting-edge technology. The hunt is up. For more ancient aliens, keep watching Unexplained Zone. Mecca, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, right. You're in New Mexico. You said Uganski.
Stands the Grand Cross. The largest house
Yeah,
of
slide through.
Islamic worship
Slide
on
through.
Earth.
Slide through the window, bring him.
It is also the final destination of the Hajj pilgrimage, which every Muslim is required to complete once in their life if they are physically able. In the mosque central courtyard stands an ancient structure called the Kaaba, or cube, and embedded in one corner of the Kaaba is
I got like a curse with lighters. I'm telling you. I bought a whole pack with some other ones, like those ghetto ones.
that is believed to have
Brand new. They all just fell apart. All four of them fell apart. I was trying to use it, and the whole spring popped off.
When Muslims face, they face in the direction of Mecca, they face in the direction of that
16.
stone.
Fuck, 16. That's a long ass drive.
Of the Kaaba in Mecca is some kind of fragment
Fuck.
that is held together by a silver band, and the object is actually said
That's
to have
local
fallen
right
from
there.
heaven, and it is said to have
Imagine how much
landed
gas
in
that. How
paradise,
much gas you think
where
that
it
would be?
was picked up by Adam and Eve.
I'd be like little two bands. Nah, nah. I'll probably be like. I'm curious now. How long? If we went somewhere, if I went from here to, I'm trying to remember because when I went to Vegas, that shit was a long time too. How long does it take to get here from Vegas?
Abraham with his son Ishmael build in Mecca the first place of prayer. That's when it is important to Muslims.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That original building going back thousands
I think the
of
longest I
years
drove for this is like,
the
I'll tell you right now.
of the Kaaba. If we're scientific, they call that a meteorite. If we take the scripture seriously, this story tells us this stone was the communication between the two dimensions from the heaven to the earth. For Adam and Eve, this was the first altar to communicate with the celestial realm. The Black Stone of Mecca is arguably the world's most venerated meteorite.
Yeah, the most I drove was like 6 hours.
Many other ancient cultures believe meteorites and impact sites have a connection to a higher realm.
In Roman times, a very prominent meteorite was found in Syria and was it was referred to as Heliopolis, which literally means the sun touching down to the earth.
Damn,
In Delphi, the meteorite was associated
I'm on my way.
with Apollo at his temple in Delphi.
Right now, as we speak.
So this is a
Matter of fact,
constant theme that
Where my
reflects
keys?
in the ancient world, tying physical objects to the gods, to the skies, to the heavens.
shit.
Historians of religion agree that people have venerated meteorites and impact sites throughout history. The question is why? Something that we find repeated over and over again in these crater impact sites is that they believe that through these meteorites they can talk with the gods and the gods can actually see them
This
as
shit's
well.
sweet as hell.
So the meteorite then becomes a way of connecting with the divine beings. Is it possible that numerous ancient cultures around the world simply passed down similar mythological stories that
This shit too sweet.
and earthly impact sites could allow them astronaut theorists suggest that these otherworldly encounters may have actually happened. And for further evidence, they point to one of the most mysterious
Nah, I do
and sacred sites in
sometimes.
North America. Peebles, Ohio.
Sometimes.
Rolling across a large
Nah, I'm
canal
bullshit.
that divides a wooded landscape.
Just a little bit.
1,370-foot-long monument in the shape of a coiling snake.
Man, I drank too much water when I was down.
As the
I'm
Great
telling-
Serpent Mound. According to historians,
Damn,
an
I need to do that too.
American culture called the Adena built the mound in
No more blueberry Fago.
And curiously, it is positioned
What's up,
right on
Typhoon?
the edge of an enormous crater.
It actually sits right on the 300-million-year-old meteor impact crater, which was so powerful that it even went down to the mantle inside the
I should just
Earth.
kick the cup, huh?
And this has created all sorts of gravitational and magnetic anomalies in the area. And it's thought that the reason the Adena people built this site that they were feeling.
What's good, bro?
And so they built the Serpent Mound there as a testament to the extraterrestrial connection, perhaps, that's with this crater. Serpent Mound has long been talked about as being like an otherworldly connection point. And in traditions that go way, way back, there's talk of the star people. They're described in certain ways in myths, which in modern terms we would see as like UFOs landing and interacting with these extraterrestrial beings. So is Serpent Mound part of this ancient tradition?
As unique as the Great Serpent Mound is against its forested landscape, it is not the only asteroid impact site on Earth where ancient cultures believed there was an extraterrestrial connection.
In Australia, we find an extraordinarily mysterious site, the Wolf Creek Crater. The indigenous people call it Kalimalo, the star that fell from the sky. It's an impact crater site that's 3,000 feet in diameter. Even more interesting than that is the indigenous legend that is attached to it. They talk about two serpents that emerged from the dream time and created this crater. It suggests once again that these indigenous cultures were in contact with otherworldly beings that either are connected with the crater, the impact site, or somehow emerged from it.
Did our ancestors bear witness to the proof that asteroids and meteors could connect man with otherworldly beings? Perhaps further clues can be found by examining two mysterious objects that have recently been detected in outer space.
Oh yeah, I was saying the longest I drove was 6 hours,
By extraterrestrials.
and that shit was crazy. I was tired of the motherfucker. Driving all the way out there in the desert too, that shit was hot as a
The
motherfucker.
ultimate way to kid-proof your vehicle, from laser-measured floor liners for the front and rear to cargo liner, seat protector, we've got you covered. Find these American
And I think we had took my sister's whip too, and that shit overheated.
New iPhone users do these three mistakes. Number one is deleting photos manually. Number two is deleting all the apps on the phone. Number three is buying cloud storage. I am begging you not to do these iPhone mistakes. Instead, use Cleanup. Open this. Optimize storage. Get rid of your duplicate photos and videos. Delete promotions and spam emails. Only available on the App Store. Download Cleanup for free.
Singing the heart out made me feel the same. In fact, some things just don't work straight. They need another person around to really mess
Baby, I make money, I don't got a lot of friends. All this money that I stack, all this money that I spend. Mal hacer mi barrio, siempre cargo FN. Presidente, ahora dime cómo si se siente. Rolex on my wrist, son diamantes en mis dientes. You gon' pay me all cash, you gon' pay me in billetes. Spanglish, baby, yes, I talk a different language. I can't take no chances, cause baby, I'm too famous. Money making, messing my people, they paper chasing. I've been through some struggles, I've been praying for some changes. Dear Lord, help me, I've been thugging with the stainless. He don't got no thought process, man, that boy brain dead. Man, this shit fucked up up in the streets, that's what the gang did. That's what the gang did. Man, this shit fucked up up in the streets, that's what the gang did. Everybody doing what fans. Baby, I make money, I don't got a lot of friends. All this money that I stack, all this money that I spend. Mal hacer mi barrio, siempre cargo FN. Presidente, ahora dime cómo si se siente. Son diamantes en mis dientes. Baby, all cash, you gon' pay me in billetes. Spanglish, baby, yes, I talk a different language. Every day I wake up and I think I'm for my mama. Used to be broke, now we eating Benihana. I still get my trees from my plug past porn. Some people got good, some got bad karma. I ain't with the trouble, stacking paper, what's the problem? Hey, you look good and we have a lot in common. I've been working hard in my hood, I got it poppin'. I don't like to pop it cause I know the fans watching. We can make a million, I can show you what the sauce is. All you gotta do is
I was in charge of coordinating the observing to characterize the objects. There were 4 images taken that showed an object moving rapidly with respect to the stars. The stars are individual dots of light, and this object was a streak, so they knew it was moving fast. At that point, they started to compute an orbit to try and understand what this object was. Everything in the solar system is either on a circular or an elliptical.
moved steadily through the solar system. And astronomers were taken by surprise once again when, after passing by the sun, it appeared to accelerate.
The Oumuamua was moving rapidly away from the sun. When it made its closest pass to the sun, inside the orbit of Mercury, it was moving very fast, a little more than 195,000 miles per hour. So this is moving rapidly out of the solar system.
To Harvard astronomer Dr. Avi Loeb, the unusual behavior indicated that the object wasn't an asteroid or a comet. Instead, he proposed an extraordinary hypothesis. Oumuamua was an extraterrestrial spacecraft.
Oumuamua was definitely an outlier, and the question is, why would the first interstellar meteor be so unusual? There was a question as to what pushed Oumuamua away from the sun, and my thought was that raises the possibility that it may have been a spacecraft propelled artificially.
Oumuamua could possibly have been a probe coming into our solar system the same way we send probes to Jupiter. It came into our solar system, went around the sun, and flew by Earth as if it was a probe looking at us.
Intrigued by the possibility that Oumuamua might actually be a probe
sent to our solar system by an extraterrestrial civilization. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb began searching for evidence of other celestial objects moving in a similar fashion.
I came across a meteor catalog that the government compiled using its missile warning system. It's called CMEOX. And I asked my student to check if any of those meteors came from outside the solar system. He found that one of them was actually moving at 60 kilometers
Damn, that's fucked up. And he's gonna try to get you to say double pay. Time and a half, or two times. Like, you need to rest, especially if you got stuff to do still. Plus, I'm gonna be on my way too. Remember I told you. I still don't need that lighter. My shit just ran out.